in today's class, we are going to see about Cholesky decomposition. Okay, so what we are going to do is, we are going to decompose a matrix. Okay, so that matrix, before decomposing itself, you have to check whether it is a symmetric matrix and a positive definite matrix. So this matrix only can be decomposed into a product of, so how do we decompose? Suppose you are given a matrix A, means this should be positive definite and also it should be symmetric. Okay, so this matrix you're going to decompose into two matrices. Okay, that is L and L transpose. So what is this L called? It is called as a lower triangular matrix. And L transpose is nothing but the transpose of this lower triangular matrix. Okay, so just the given matrix, we are just going to decompose it. So let's consider a matrix A. Okay, like your Cholesky decomposition and your LU decomposition would be like you'll be solving the problem for simultaneous equation. Okay, so I'm just going to make it simple. I'm just going to consider only two variable equations. So let me consider that 4x1 plus 2x2 is equal to 10, and next one 2x1 plus 2x2 is equal to 8. Okay, so this is your given equation. What we are going to do is, by using the Cholesky decomposition, we are going to find the value of x1 and x2. Okay, that is what we are going to do. So how do we do this? Is the given your like this is of the form ax is equal to b. Okay, so in this equation, what is x is? Sorry, what is a is? It is nothing but the coefficient of your x1 and x2. So your a is nothing but 4, 2, 2, 2. Your x is nothing but x1, x2, and your b is nothing but 10 and 8. Okay, so now what we are going to do is, we are just going to decompose the given matrix A in a lower triangular matrix and its transpose, and the final outcome of this is, you are going to find what is the value of x1 and x2. Okay, so A, I'm going to decompose it as L into L transpose, and L is a lower triangular matrix, right? So how does a lower triangular matrix look? Is above the diagonal. So above the diagonal, the element would be 0. This is how your lower triangular matrix would be written. Okay, so when you write it as a product of its transpose means, you'll have L11, 0, L21, L22. Okay, so when you multiply this, what you'll get it as L11 square, L these two and these two, so plus 0. Next it will be L11, L21 plus 0. Next it will be between these two, it will be L21, L11 plus 0. Next one it will be L21 square plus L22 square. Okay, so before going into the problem, I'll just tell you what are the steps which are involved. Okay, then we will equate. Your A is nothing but, this is your A now. Okay, so before solving into the problem, I'll just tell you the steps. So the first step is that I told you your equation is of the form Ax is equal to B. Okay, so this is your step 1. Step 1, what you're doing, instead of A, you're writing L into L transpose. So L into L transpose of X, you're going to take it as B. So instead of this L transpose X, you're going to name it as Y. So you'll write Ly is equal to B. Okay, so what in the step generally we are doing is, we are solving for Y. Okay, you'll get what are your Y values. Okay, next what you'll do is, in the next step, you'll write what L transpose into X only, you've taken it as Y, right? So what you do is, you solve this equation, you know what is L transpose, you'll know what is your Y, you'll find what is your X. Okay, that is what your final answer would be. Okay, so only two steps. First step is that L transpose into X, you'll be considering it as Y. You will solve it, find what are the values of your Y. Once you're done with that, you will substitute into L transpose X is equal to Y and find what your X is. Okay, so now, as I told you, this is the value of A. So A is equal to, according to the question, your A is nothing but 4, 2, 2, 2. Okay, so both the equation we are going to connect and see. So accordingly, what we get is, we'll get L11 square is equal to 4. The first place, L11 square is 4. So from this, you can write L11 is equal to 2. Okay, next one, L11, L21 is equal to 2. We already found L11 is 2. So 2 into L21 is equal to 2, which will imply L21 is equal to 1. Okay, next one, L21 square plus L22 square is nothing but, this term is equal to, when I'm comparing these two, this is nothing but, it is equal to 2. Okay, so L21 square is nothing but, L21 is 1, so it is 1 plus L22 square is equal to 2. So from this, L22 square is nothing but 2 minus 1, which is 1, which will imply L22 is also equal to 1. Okay, so now we'll have our L. What is our L? L is nothing but, this is our L11, 0, L21, L22. So now your L would be, the first term is L11. Your L11 is nothing but 2. Next term is 0. L21 is nothing but, it is 1, and L22 is also 1. Okay, this is your L. Next, after finding your thing, you'll go for step 1. So there you have to find what is Y. So you'll be using the equation Ly is equal to B. So 2, 0, 1, 1 into Y. Instead of Y, I write it as Y1, Y2. B is already given in the question. B is 10 and 8. Okay, so you'll have 2y1 plus 0 y2 is equal to 10. Next you'll have y1 plus y2 is equal to 8. So from the first equation, you'll have y1 is equal to 5. Substituting on the second equation, you'll have y2 is equal to 8 minus 5, which is 3. Okay, once this step is over, what is your next step is, you will substitute in L transpose X is equal to Y. So your L transpose, it is nothing but L11. So L11 is what we found was 2. Okay, it will be 2, 0, 1, 1 into, instead of X, I'll substitute X1, X2, X2, which is equal to Y. We found Y1 to be 5 and Y2 is equal to 3. Okay, so on expansion, we get 2x1 plus x2 is equal to 5 and x2 is equal to 3. So on substituting x2 is equal to 3, we'll have x1 is equal to 1. Okay, so the values of x1 and x2 are 1 and 3.